We talk a lot about getting lost in relationships, and I think a lot of people kind of overlook that, like, well, that wouldn't be a problem for me. But when you're dating and you're in a relationship with someone you really like, it's very difficult to stay grounded with your boundaries and to not lose yourself. You like this person so much, and what oftentimes happens is because you like them, you go along with what they want. You try to please them. You become less assertive. You don't protect your boundaries as well. You don't tell them, I don't like this, or I prefer this, I want this. Because your whole idea is, I want to make them happy. And I get that. But what ends up happening is the more you give up on your boundaries, what you want, your assertive skills, you give them the impression that you're a go-along, and they stop respecting you. Because who wants to be in a relationship with a go-along? It begins feeling like you have all the control and this person isn't really there. Because if somebody's really in a relationship, they want to show you who they are. They want to show you what their likes and dislikes are. They don't always want to go along. They want you to go along with them sometimes too. I've got 3 ways that you can identify if you're actually getting lost in this relationship. Getting lost in a relationship is basically losing your own ideals, your own boundaries for another person. If you start seeing these things within you, then I think it's really important that you have a sit down where you're like, okay, I'm going to start writing some stuff down, and I'm going to kind of make some changes, some tweaks in myself in order to maybe keep this relationship alive and help it be better. The first thing, you stop deriving fulfillment from multiple things. When you're in a relationship with someone you really like, you put them first, and that's good. You should prioritize them. But that doesn't mean you don't still prioritize work, prioritize your friends. If your friends are telling you, since you've been dating this person, we never see you, or your work colleagues are saying, listen, you don't really seem to be here anymore. I don't know where you are, but we need this, or they start insisting on more deadlines, that's a very clear indicator that you have made this person so powerful, so in control of everything, that you're no longer fulfilling your other needs. And what about your hobbies? Are you still doing the things that make you happy? You still going to the gym and shooting hoops or going for runs? Are you still meeting friends after work to talk to them and socialize with them? This is part of your life. Are you still attending Mass or your religious service? Or have you completely switched to your partners? The things that make meaning in your life, that make you who you are, that make you like yourself, are the very things you need to continue in a relationship in order for it to be healthy. Secondly, are you strong enough to speak your mind and have things done on your terms? Or do you kind of cower? It's one thing to want to please your partner. It's another thing to just give up on everything you want. How do you like to be touched? How do you like to be kissed? What's erotic to you? I'm not saying your partner has to do everything that's erotic on your list, but they should want to engage with 1 or 2 of them. And I think these things are important because a lot of times there's different gender stereotypes, like, all he wants is this. All she wants is this. And the way we get into those is we don't protect our boundaries. I don't care what gender you are. You better have boundaries. And if you let somebody else control your boundaries, then you will be perceived as weak. You will be perceived as passive. You need to take those things back. And lastly, it's important that you're a realist. Have you lost that? Let's face it, attraction and comfort are powerful. And when you're in a relationship that provides both of those, it's highly likely you could lose yourself. You could become ungrounded with your boundaries. That's why you need to feel those things, but you need to tell yourself, but I need connection. I need connection to the things that help me stand strong, to the things that help me feel good about myself, to the things that make me the person I am. Like if I'm committed to doing volunteer work, then I have to stay committed to that. And I don't care what my partner wants to do. This has to continue. Maybe you invite your partner to join you in this. Getting lost in a relationship happens when we've over-infatuated or over-idealized a person, put them on a pedestal, but forgotten that person is real. And you may be seeing a very superficial side that you've given up all your life for, but the longer you're together, you'll start seeing the whole side. So you have to pace yourself in a new relationship, and you cannot lose yourself. You need to stay grounded with who you are. Let time and your effort and their effort decide if this is a good relationship. If it's a good relationship, it'll go the miles if you're grounded, because then you're real. If you've been a fake person, then it's probably not been a good relationship anyway, and it's time your partner knows who they're really dating.